What's up, folks? Steve Harris of Low Class Media, and after some time off of racing, well, I am ready to race. Let's go. That's right, folks. We're back. I have missed racing so much. I've had some stuff going down and I had some scheduling conflicts and I had to miss a bunch of races, but now we're back at one of the best properties that we race on for TORCS, Powel Ranch, and I'm super stoked to be out here, you know, tearing it up on the trails. And actually, as some of you know, I have purchased a new motorcycle, a KTM 350 XC, and yeah, I'm excited to race that bike for the first time. This is my old bike here, my old 250. It died, and that's what prompted the new purchase of the 350. But we got the 250 running again, so that's going to be a nice little backup bike. But today, yeah, we're going to be out there on the 350 and just tearing it up and see what it's like to race a bigger bore motorcycle. But another thing I'm really excited to test is my newfound cardiovascular fitness. That's right, during this time off, I have been doing some training and trying to increase my heart's ability to pump blood to my body. And I've done some practice here and there, and I definitely feel like I've made some improvements in my cardiovascular fitness. I'm definitely able to tolerate the high heart rates much more, but I'm still worried that I'll find a way to use that increased capacity to push it too hard on the first lap and still have that second lap slump that I always have. However, I do think as we get into the later stages of the race, I'm gonna have that extra heart strength to really keep pushing and probably carry just a little bit faster pace than I normally would before, you know, I was focusing on cardio the way I am. So what have I been doing? Well, I've been doing all sorts of things. You know, if you look back at some of my older videos, I had all sorts of interesting workouts to try to increase my fitness, and nothing really worked for me because I always felt like I could get a good workout in and get to exhaustion, but I never really felt like I was increasing my ability to withstand this kind of longer term pace. And so I tried cycling, I tried pushing the motorcycle around, tried a little jogging outside, and nothing really worked quite as well as just getting on the treadmill, putting it at a certain pace, and just going for a certain amount of time that I have, you know, scheduled in my workout. And so that's what I've been doing. I've just been jumping on the treadmill, going for a certain amount of time, and really just tracking my heart rate and the speed that I'm able to run at over time, and just kind of watching that speed increase for that same heart rate. And certainly I think I've made probably, you know, 15% improvement since I started, which is a pretty significant gain. And that's exciting because I can actually feel it on the bike. And so I really want to get out here and get into this race and just kind of see how I feel. Now, I have noticed that on the 350, it's a little bit more of a handful, and I've made some adjustments to the bike to make it a little bit more tolerable, but there's definitely a way I need to ride the bike and focus on being smooth, etc. So I'm not, you know, pulling my arms out of the socket every time I touch the throttle. But while the bike does have more power, it actually turns a little better than my 250 did. And so I really like the way it feels in that regard. So we're just gonna kind of go out there and see what kind of balance I'm able to strike on the bike and just see, you know, if I'm able to tolerate this type of activity a little bit more. All right, let's see how these cardiovascular improvements have helped my riding. Oh my god. It is not cool out here. This bike, it comes with a 47 tooth rear sprocket. I put a 49 on to give me a little more bite in third gear, and I can already tell it's going to be an improvement.
of it looks flowy, but I don't know what's around the next bend. Oh, nice little jump when you did that. Good run out. I hear ya. Woo! What is this? Dude, I'm loving this. Great trail. New shit, cool. Good flow. Kudos to the trail makers. Let's go. Ooh, don't go straight like I just did.
All right, folks, so we're back from practice. Trail is super sick, honestly. We rode here last weekend. I was really afraid that the lap was going to be real short and we were going to get compressed up against the other classes, but they added a lot of trail compared to the ride day, and it's about a 15-minute lap, whereas on the ride day I think it was about like a 9-minute lap, so a lot longer. I really like the trail. Whoever marked it, I think should be super proud. The cardio felt good. Did those 2 laps. Didn't really feel as much fatigue even as last weekend on the ride day. It's gonna get beat up, so the fatigue's gonna come eventually, but I think yeah, I mean, this work I've been doing off the bike is really helping, and it's just so awesome, you know, to have this well, to be engaged in this sport, just because it gives you something to work on, improve yourself, and I feel like, you know, you're improving physically and mentally. You're getting stronger because you have to deal with like actual danger, you know. None of us out here really have any reason to keep going, you know, faster or getting to be a better racer. I mean, we don't get anything for doing this, honestly, but at the end of the day, it gives you something to work on, you know, and that's just what keeps me coming back. In fact, I want to ask somebody else. Let's go find someone and see how they got into racing and why they keep coming back. So like I was saying, folks, this is a great sport, and there's so many things to work on, you know, riding, racing, developing yourself, your physical fitness, etc. And actually I'm here with Tyler Morgan, and I wanted to ask Tyler, how did you get into racing originally?
So my cousin was a pro arena cross racer.
Wow.
So I got into it through him. I was 9 years old, and then I've been doing it ever since then. I'm 30 years old.
Wow, 9. Jeez.
Yeah, so I recently started doing TORCS racing.
And, like over like 4 or 5 years or so?
No, 2 years.
2 years
so,
only?
Yeah, I've been doing it.
I feel like I've seen you here a lot more.
Doing it for 2 years, so, and I've enjoyed every second of it. Just more of a family atmosphere, and that's what keeps me coming back.
The friends and family.
Yeah, and the camaraderie, you know.
Completely agree, man. Yeah.
It's an awesome series, an awesome race, awesome event.
I totally agree. It's you get out here and, you know, you're pushing yourself, and we've got no reason to go faster and faster, but we all want to for some reason, you know, and it makes you more fit, makes you more mentally strong, and you meet all these people and all these friends and families, and it's just such a great time. So thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
All right, here we go, folks. pass out.
Wow, folks. You thought you got rid of me. That crash did not feel good. Yeah, I was coming through there and there was this...
Yeah.
I'm not sure who 494 is, but appreciate you checking on me. I was fine, but I was just dazed. This is where I figured out my thumb hurt. I couldn't press the starter button on my bike. Yeah, I was coming through, you know, out of the woods right there, and then, you know, turning to go back in, and there was some sort of like really slick off-camber spot, and I just completely lost the front of the bike and just dumped it right in the grass. And landed, I mean, there's no warning, right on my shoulder. At this point, though, I'm kind of concerned because my thumb, which, by the way, my thumb just, it got sprained or something. It's not broken, but definitely not 100%. And I was trying to, you know, find a way to... My thumb is hurting. I was trying to find a way to hold the bars to where I could actually just, you know, deal with it. But, you know, moving decently well here. But I even now I was thinking, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue, because I didn't want to. If it wasn't too injured, I didn't want to injure it more, and I don't think I did. And I think what happened is when I crashed, I put my hands down on the ground, and the ground just pulled my thumb away from the rest of my hand.
That tire. Come on.
It was dusty, folks.
It was all going so well.
It was all going so well, man. I came off the start. Obviously, I didn't get off the line very well, but I was able to do some damage control there, you saw, and pick up a couple passes, and then just gave it all back. I fell back to last place, and really butthurt because I was actually excited, you know, for how I was feeling on the start. I was charging. The 350 obviously has power, and any mistake I was making, it was helping me make up for it. And yeah, I felt good on the start once I got moving, but then yeah, I just gave it all away with that crash, and that just fell right on my shoulder, my shoulder, especially up under my armpit. Oh, there's Harper. Harper hadn't raced in a long time. Neither have I, of course, but he hadn't been on the bike in a while, and he was like, "Don't video me in the race. It's not gonna look good." No, but when I hit the deck, I don't really have shoulder pain, but it's kind of up under here. It's gotten better, but definitely not 100%. It was slick dusty in this course, man. But I really did like this course a lot. I know I said it earlier in the video, but I mean, it was there was just so much going on, and you know, it was tight in spots, and certainly it was a handful. There's old James Huckabee. It was tight in spots, and it was tough to get through, but you know, it had decent flow, honestly. This thing right here, I totally screwed that up in practice. All right, almost done with lap 1 here. That was so gnarly coming over that stuff right there. Whoop. I cheated, folks. Demoted me to last. Yeah, getting down with lap 1 here. Right, I came up here and I was like, nah, I'm not stopping. I mean, my thumb still hurt, but I was like, screw it, I'm going for it. Ooh, got a little head shake right at the end there. That turn was always so tricky for me getting through there off that little bulge, then turning left where it was off camber. I just felt like I didn't have the grip on that. Getting through this one too was tricky. I was just come to a complete stop. This turn here too, man, it got so tight so quick. Watch this though. I go inside. And I hold it to the inside, and not until way late did I just gas and let the bike run out to the edge. I kept doing that every time, just not opening my line up. There was a little bit of like a bump on the right side of the trail there, but this stuff is really where, you know, you gotta open up your lines, especially in this one too. Like, this is a straight shot. I mean, you hardly even turn. But the way the grass is shaped and the way the turn is shaped, you can it's kind of an optical illusion. And if you really read the trail and look at where the trail is going, you can open it up so much more. And it's hard to focus on this. Like, all right, here's the spot. Oh no, it's coming up. Or coming up to the creek. The creek, man. On every single lap except for lap 5, the creek surprised me. I was like, oh yeah, we're going through the creek. So much more speed I had here. I was not using. This is gonna be tricky right there.
Come on.
I'm like, dude, get on the bike and go. Like right here, I could have gone so much faster. I'll tell you what, man, this little turn right here, getting out of this creek, it wasn't a cakewalk. You really had to, you know, find your way out of there. So I'm catching someone. At this point, I'm just like, I was watching, you know, all my class go by me when I was on the ground. I was watching, you know, 250B guys go by me when I was on the ground, and I was like, if I'm catching anybody, that's fine with me, because at least I'm going faster than somebody. I think I follow this guy for quite a bit. There's a little stump in that little cut through right there. Yeah, I've followed this guy for quite some time. I obviously love this spot. I think everybody did. It was just smooth and flat. I was trying to figure out how hard I could push it throughout the race. Do a little cactus cove. This spot too, I was kind of experimenting with doing as much rolling I could. Yeah, I mean, man, I followed this guy for a while. I'm way on the other side of the property now. Oh, somebody behind me. I thought that was pros already, but just a 250B guy catching me. He looked pretty sweaty standing up, going through that stuff. Okay, good. This is 250B. Saw the sticker. Wasn't so sad to let him by, but I was still kind of like figuring out my thumb and wondering what I was going to do and how hard I was going to attack and what kind of competition I was actually going to be able to bring. This is the guy I saw in practice. He's falling around a little bit. We're making air fry bacon in the background here, so you might be hearing a lot of beeping right now. Oh, there's John Steele. He must have been having a problem or something. He usually smokes me. Oh, look out, dude. Oh, that was almost brutal. That would have been awful. Alright, so this is a guy I passed in the creek earlier. Caught him. So I'm like, okay, I can see someone in my class. That feels good. But I was just kind of wondering, man, we're all in this tight stuff. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get around him? And we got here and I was like, oh, it's opening up. He's like, come on, buddy. Go for it. And I was like, I will. Thank you. Oh, Andrew win. There was something weird right there at that little spot because my buddy Gilbert, he ate it right there, and then I remember a couple times I came through there, something hit me real hard, but I couldn't see anything on the ground necessarily, so I'm really not sure. All right, lap 3. Just watch how slow I take this turn. Ugh. Alright, let's see what mine's like. See how my lines look. This is decent. Set up for this. Like that big tree right there you had to watch out for. You had to pinch the first turn a little bit. Okay, good. Now coming out of that section, here's one. Alright, inside, it's a complete stop. Jesus. Terrible. Nice. Completely off the throttle. Not terrible. Now this one you really got to send out. Yeah, you don't have to hardly even stop. This little section right here, I was kind of figuring out over the course of the race, being able to send it through there. Ding. Appreciate it. I think that was actually a guy in my class as well. So I got 2 back, feeling good about that. Coming to a complete stop in the middle of the trail again for no reason. Back in the creek. Oh yeah, I forgot. Had a little more confidence this time. I think I'm going a little faster. Also, I'm feeling a little better with my thumb and just kind of how it feels. Avoid the mud hold. Don't really know why I did that this time, but I did. Look how slow. Gosh, it was so smooth too. This is like Bee Creek where you're supposed to go fast. I mean, it's not even whoopy. Ugh. Oh, and just a little bit. About halfway through lap 3 here for 5 laps total. All things considered, with the thumb doing pretty good. Here's where I can use the gassing. As soon as you see the bottom, just go for it. See? Look, he did what I did. I knew he was going to be right behind me, so I just got out of the way. Oh, uh-oh. Picked up a souvenir. You should have drove with that throughout the rest of the race. That would be funny. Alright, skipping ahead here. Oh. Got some pros behind me. I don't understand how they just... Probably need to squeeze the bike more with my lower body. Can't see. It's a straight line here. Big stump right there. I hit it. I remember I saw it in practice and I was like, that's gonna send somebody. And it almost sent me. Go, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Aim downhill, keep going, keep going. Not too terrible. Nice. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Now here's where this is 2 right here. Boom, I should be going. This is so open right here. I know it's open. I know what it looks like. I know the shape of it. I should have gone all the way up, boom, right there. But, I don't know. You only have so much attack in you in the moment. I'm definitely leaving speed on the table that not even difficult stuff, not even stuff that would tire me out more. I'm just literally have the opportunity. I'm just not going. Comes the pros. There you go, Steve. That's how you make a turn right there. All right, lap 4. Nice, good position. I can see my shadow. Happy with that. Angle of the sun is changing. My lighting is completely changed. Alright, let's see what I do on this spot over here. I think I carried some pretty good speed on lap 4. Lap 4 is my fastest lap. I think this is where I figured this turn out. Nope. Not too bad. A little better. Alright, this spot. Sure, I'm out good on the edge here. Go, 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 go. Yeah, nice. Not super aggressive, but flowy, smooth. Carrying good momentum. Just slowing down too much. I think it's better at reading the apexes of these zigzaggy turns. I think I can hear someone right behind me. Or maybe it's lap 5. I don't know if it's lap 4 or lap 5, but I got smoked. Nope, it's lap 5. I don't know about y'all, but as the day goes on and that sun is coming through the trees sideways, I mean, it'll just blind you. It's just like, I mean, just like absolutely, it's like camera, like a million camera flashes going off. Oh yeah, I got here and I was like, oh no. I got blinded and I ended up in that little spot right there versus going the normal way I go. Not that it was bad, but just a little bit more negotiated. Moving ahead here. Good line through there. That's the fastest I hit that all race for sure. It's kind of chopped up and gnarled up. Here we go. Keep going. Now these last two laps were my fastest laps. And part of that was because I was really focusing on rolling, and trying, in this part of the trail, in this part of the property really, over on the side, the front side, I was really trying to like roll, and I was pulling my clutch in like all the way in, instead of, I was pulling my clutch in a lot, literally just coasting like for large lengths of trail, and it was working really well because the engine braking on this 350 is pretty gnarly, but I do have a Vortex ECU and kind of worked some of that out. A buddy of mine had his 350 mapped and I bought his ECU from it, but I got some of the engine braking worked out, but still, I mean, it's for this, and especially with all that square edge. Oh my god, that square edge was killing me. I swear there was like a cinder block company that came in and was manufacturing cinder blocks out of pieces of the trail and just leaving a hole behind, because like right here, this is all clutch roll, and I'm just kind of just giving it a little gas, and then rolling, because all that square edge, like right here, boom, right there, was just killing me. But like, let's see, look, yeah, I'm using a lot of clutch just rolling through here. It was helping a lot. It was the back end of the bike was just jumping around so much because of the square edge. And I'm definitely missing something in my suspension setup. I love the forks on these bikes, but there's something about the rear that I don't quite have it dialed yet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that stock. I'm going to have to modify something in the shock. But in any case, holding that clutch in kept the bike settled down real good. Oh yeah, there's 208 again. He must have dug it out of the bushes from earlier. I was looking over my shoulder because I knew James Huckabee was going to be somewhere behind me. But yeah, holding that clutch in and rolling over that stuff, it really helped keep the back end planted. And even though, you're just coasting and you're not on the power, there's, parts of the trail where I didn't need more speed, that's for sure. I just needed momentum. And pulling that clutch in has helped me kind of preserve that. lap 5, so final lap here. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I hit this. Good speed. That little wall, fall down this crag. Little jump off there. Here we go. Back in the creek. Oh yeah, I can hear behind me now. I'm the weak link right now, that's for damn sure in this creek. I'm getting pressured big time. That's such a hard time in this turn. Yeah, so I was like, I thought it was a different class, but then James just smoked me. I mean, look at this. He's just gone. Like, that's the kind of speed I should have been using in the creek. I mean, look, he's like, he's right there. I mean, you can still see him, but still, like, you know, carrying a lot more speed than I should be. I got lucky with the lap, getting lapped. A lot of spots I was able to kind of find a quick pull over, just get out of the way. I kept avoiding that hole. I was like, I'm not crashing in that damn thing again. I cut a lot of this lap out of the video just because I was slowing down again, but go. All right, let's see how I do with the momentum this time on this part. Pulling the clutch in, rolling, using the throttle now. All right, now. I hit this a little harder this time. I hit that. Oh, this is good shot. Get in there. That was a tricky little left turn. It was really hard not to go straight across the top of that and just down into no man's land. This one too right here. So easy to run wide there on that off-camber deal. Right here's where I was using the clutch. No power, letting the bike roll. It's kind of downhill here too, I feel like. A couple big bumps in there. Watch your toes on that. Yeah, there you see it. Yeah, the video doesn't do the chop justice, but getting over it with that clutch in was just so much smoother. And it kept the front end down too. Like, I mean, obviously the back end was jumping around, but it kept the front end planted and biting. So I had more confidence to kind of just zigzag through there. Alright, what do we got here? Oh yeah. Watch out, Ron. Yep, there's James. That turn, he told me he ate it in that turn. I wouldn't let me by. But I'll take it. But now he's behind me, and I know this is the last lap, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got to be perfect. And this whole section through here, I'm just like, okay, this is in the brakes, inside, rolling through. Slow down early, this off camber, I can't get a turn. Okay. And I got over here, there's a little bit of grip on this part, and I was like, I get a little extra score to throttle. And another one right here. And I was like so scared he was gonna get me because I had a little space on him, but I could tell he was gaining on me in this area right here. And I was like, I know if I just make it to these woods, and I can make it out of these woods clean, this little patch right here, then I'll be able to hold him off. I was like, okay, that should be good. But here still though, I was just like, go. Get over this thing. Make it legal. There we go. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be alright, I'll be alright. But he was, I could hear him still behind me right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, folks. Not just a good race. My best race.
Woo! All right, folks. That was a brutal race. I had a terrible start. Did not quite get off the line the way I'd hoped. I started the bike. I thought it died, and then I went to start it again. And I was like, oh, it's running. And then so I took off, and I was able to do some decent damage control. I passed the guy in the trees, the open area, and then I was able to get another guy in the creek. So did a little damage control, but then I proceeded to absolutely just grind my face in the ground a little ways later. And I have to say, I've never actually hit my head on the ground from crashing. This is my first time. But more than my head, my thumb is definitely not 100%. And it was pretty tough to hold on to the bars the rest of the race. However, my last 2 laps ended up being my fastest laps by a margin, actually, which is actually a pretty good indication on my cardio. Obviously, I was figuring out the track, and that trail knowledge definitely helps speed up the times later in the race. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with my ride. I honestly felt pretty great the whole time. I mean, I was definitely really tired, but it wasn't anything that I couldn't just sort of like find a pace and push through. There's only a couple spots where I was really like having to go at somewhat of a snail's pace to kind of regain my stamina. And honestly, when I did, I really did regain my stamina. And so, yeah, that was actually really cool to kind of be able to, you know, find some energy and keep moving. But surprise, surprise, I finally did it. I got my first top 10 finish in an Open B TORCS race. Granted, there was only 13 people here today, but I didn't just get 10th or 9th or even 8th. I got 7th, folks. I got 7th. I'm pretty stoked, honestly, man. The hard work on the treadmill is paying off, and yeah, pretty happy with the results. So we're gonna keep training, keep getting used to this bike, and this trail, I think, in some ways is, you know, brings some elements that are not quite, you know, in my wheelhouse in terms of where I'm most comfortable. But honestly, I did a lot of exploration of technique and found some new ideas that I think are going to help me in these types of situations in the future. But in any case, appreciate you guys watching, and hope you guys had a good race. Hope no one's too jacked up after this one, and we will see you guys not at the next one, because I'm going to miss that one, unfortunately, but we will definitely see you in December out in Eagle Lake at Styx, and I'm looking forward to that one because I really like that trail. So adios, folks. Peace.